Every intention you release to transform your life for the better or to rise toward a higher purpose is met with resistance from hidden powers within your inner and outer world, known as the triangle of counterforces, the subconscious mind, the soul, and the devil, keeping you imprisoned within your old repeating cycles. The subconscious clings stubbornly to whatever is familiar, mistaking it for safety, holding on to patterns it has known for long periods, even if they cause pain. Illnesses, for example, become familiar to it. Once they turn into a repeated daily program, it classifies them as part of its comfort zone and fears escaping them. Whether these illnesses are physical or emotional, like suffering, guilt, or poverty, healing or prosperity then seem like a terrifying leap into the unknown that threatens its stability. And the moment you try to step outside the script it has written for you, it floods you with fear, discomfort, and discouraging thoughts to convince you to delay or give up, pulling you back to your old prison through its deep connection to the structures around you. It may even attract external events and scenarios that mirror your past, believing it is protecting you. From the unknown, you may think it is your enemy. Yet the great paradox is that you cannot live without it. Every positive habit, every stable blessing you enjoy, your subconscious is its guardian. As for the devil, that hidden rebel woven into your nervous system, he is the author of every malicious program that has settled in your subconscious. His role does not stop at whispering. He plants psychological viruses that corrode your sense of worth and distort your self-image. And he watches their fruits ripen over the years without needing to interfere again. His aim is not only for your final end in the hereafter, to be the fire, but also to turn your worldly life into a torment. With every intention you release to elevate your existence, he slips into your soul drops of despair and doubt. From his cunning is that he may tempt you to reveal your plans and inner intentions to someone who secretly envies or resents you, opening upon you doors of harmful envy that ruin your matter before it begins. Yet despite all these schemes, his power is weak, his influence fragile, and he has no authority except over those who align themselves with him. God's power reigns supreme, erasing what he corrupts and severing the threads of his plotting. God abolishes what the devil casts, then God perfects his signs, and God is all-knowing, all-wise. As for the soul, it is the third and heaviest side of this triangle. It is a being shaped with a love for immediacy and a dislike of the restraints of discipline. Like a child who sees in every form of order nothing but pain and deprivation, and in every change a heavy burden. It leans toward desire, craves ease, and clings to comfort. It is the gravity that pulls you back to the ground whenever you try to ascend, fighting with the weapons of insistence, procrastination, and boredom. Yet this wild soul, like an untamed animal, if trained with the reins of spiritual struggle and weaned off its cheap cravings, transforms from a soul that commands evil into a tranquil soul that carries you with strength and steadiness toward your noble purposes. The soul desires if you entice it, and if returned to little, it becomes content. And in the words of Ibn Arabi, whoever is granted mastery over his soul is among the strongest of God's creation. When the three sides of the triangle of counterforces converge, they do not function as isolated islands. They intertwine like a single woven fabric to form a unified force that stands watchfully against any intention for change born within you. For example, one who decides to lose weight for a healthy body and an ideal shape may start the first day fueled by the spark of enthusiasm. But once the flame fades, resolve weakens as the subconscious surges with old programming. The soul fights fiercely against the new restrictions, and the devil slips in to keep you trapped in self-discontent. You end up with neither a healthy body nor inner peace. This triple conflict does not remain confined. It spills outward into your world. Suddenly, invitations multiply, and ads for delicious foods chase you everywhere, as though the universe conspires against you. The counterforce synchronizes your reality with whatever serves its purpose until you resist it, sincerely breaking this synchronization or surrender to it and return to past cycles. Similarly, one who firmly intends to leave behind long-lived poverty and step into a life of abundance and prosperity will find that the moment he begins working on himself, seeking opportunities, or pursuing growth, his old reality rises violently against him. Unexpected obstacles appear, pressures intensify, and delays pile up, all in an attempt to push him to abandon the intention he released. This is a natural reaction from the deep-rooted system of poverty within his subconscious, and it quickly fades the moment he holds fast to his new intention and acts upon it. For steadfastness in the intention is the key through which it manifests effortlessly into the visible world. The truth that many fail to realize is that this initial turmoil is actually a healthy sign, a vital indicator that the intention has begun to take effect, that its vibration has shaken the old structure. It is much like the pangs of childbirth, a temporary and inevitable phase known as the test of sincerity. And to cross the river of change, you must pay the price of passage according to the law of worthiness. Every intention is tested in proportion to its purity and strength. Once you pass through this test, you pierce a hole in the wall of transformation. The system of counterforces begins to collapse. The anxiety of the subconscious quiets, the stubbornness of the soul weakens, and the devil's schemes fail. Your inner and outer worlds then begin to harmonize with the new frequency you have stepped into until it appears in your tangible reality. One of the gravest pitfalls for the seeker on the path of change is misinterpreting this resistance and the pressures that arise. Some may mistake them for divine punishment or signs of rejection, which is a form of mistrusting the Creator, and such mistrust only harms them. God says, God desires ease for you, a divine decree that should remain ever before your eyes, shaping the lens through which you view existence. Know that every hardship you experience does not come from the Creator, but from within yourself, whether you recognize it or not. As He says, we did not wrong them, but they wronged themselves. It is astonishing that some intentions we released long ago and forgot do not fade with time. Intention is energy. It does not perish. It remains dormant in the unseen until it is resolved. Thus, many who strive for success find themselves colliding with unseen walls rooted deep in the past. One who once intended to take revenge upon success, for example, may later find that this old intention blocks the arrival of light, while he assumes fate is against him or that luck has abandoned him. In truth, he is imprisoned by an intention he created himself. So too are the many subtle negative intentions released daily without awareness, keeping us trapped in repeated cycles of pain and struggle. This even extends to positive intentions that conflict with one another. Intentions that appear noble on the surface but inwardly pull in opposite directions, like a pair of horses dragging the carriage of your life toward two different horizons. A desire for high leadership and at the same time a desire for a peaceful, quiet life rarely coexist. You must free yourself from old intentions that no longer serve your purpose and sever the subtle cord connecting you to them. In a moment of honest self-revelation, recall any negative or conflicting intentions and release any lingering desire attached to them, until you feel a lightness in your chest. Then comes the cleansing, the erasing of the energetic imprint, and the most powerful cosmic eraser is seeking forgiveness. So ask God's forgiveness with the intention of purifying the memory of your cells from the residues of that old intention. For this reason, it is always wise not to release multiple intentions at once. Wisdom teaches you not to scatter the energy of your spirit by opening many fronts. Every strong intention summons resistance equal to its strength. The safest approach, even if seemingly slower, is gradual refinement. Choose a single intention and work on it, and even within that one intention, break it down into smaller ones. Begin with simple desires on the level of thought and feeling, then expand them little by little, taming the beast of resistance instead of awakening it abruptly. And beware of intending what you do not understand, or seeking a station you are not prepared to uphold. But if you consciously choose to take the shorter path and release a grand intention, then do so, but be prepared for a stronger test. Know that whoever does not pay the price of change will pay the price of staying where he is. How then do we pass the tests of intention and overcome the resistance of the triangle of counterforces? The remedy for the subconscious mind is awareness and watchfulness. Do not identify with the fear or laziness that rises to the surface. See them instead as old programs breathing their last breaths. The moment awareness shines upon them, their mechanics begin to dissolve. The remedy for the soul is striving and discipline. It can only be healed through gradual weaning from its attachments and through forcing it at first to taste the bitterness of discipline until its defiance breaks, and it later finds sweetness in obeying you. And the remedy for the devil is fortification and seeking refuge in God. But the true secret of arrival lies in stripping away your sense of personal power, freeing yourself from the illusion of your own ability and agency, an illusion many fall into. Know that every intention, every plan, every effort bears no fruit without this complete detachment. There is no power in existence except through God. Whoever imagines he is the guardian of his own affairs loses God's guardianship. Yet in the moment you release your grip on your own planning, you realize the truth of there is no power nor might except through God, and divine care takes hold of your vessel and guides your steps. This requires balance in your striving. Act with all the means you possess, then surrender, waiting for results only from God, not from your effort.